Ladies and gentlemen, we got a very special guest in the house, all the way from Orange, New Jersey, Brick City, East Orange, Essex County. Hakim Green from Channel Live. What's going on, man? Glad to have you in the building with us. Man. Say hi to people in the camera over here.
Yo, what's up, people in the camera? Yeah, I'm checking out my girl Laura. Big shout out to her. She just hit me on Twitter. Says she's tuned in. Yes, so I want to make sure I represent for her. Laura Joan at LePurr. You need to follow her. That's LE_PURRR. Yeah, that's how she get down. Yes. So big shout out to Laura. Yeah, man. Big shout out to y'all, man.
Thank you, brother.
What's up, man?
So good.
Mental, man.
Yeah, I have to tell you,
for years I've been trying to come up here, man.
I'm glad we got you up here finally.
Yeah.
Through it all, I mean, I know you're very active in the community and through the music. I mean, you've been doing your thing since like 94, 95. As I was just telling you behind the scenes, the stories when I saw you. I heard the music before, Smart and Mad Isms, Reprogrammed, and I bought the album. And then now my thing is, I remember when I saw you on the Charles Perez show, and I was like, because that was the episode we were talking about hip hop and how it's changed and everything, and all the stuff on that episode.
And
they were like,
right?
yeah, they were like on how they were like, this gentleman, he's a school teacher, and he decided to turn in this he went from the classroom straight to the recording studio, and then they had you. And I was like, wait. Oh, wow. And that's when people back then would try to say how hip-hop is this, they don't know anything, but a lot of you, as you can see, is an educated man, a school teacher, very active in the community. You were at the Stop the Violence movement just a few weeks ago in Newark with everybody
24 hours of peace and unity with Ras Baraka, Midi, big shout out to Midi Baraka, Jaja Shakur, the whole 24 hours of peace team. It was dope, man. We was on the block for 24 hours straight, 6 p.m. to 6 p.m. Friday to Saturday. And we had all types of entertainment, edutainment. We had spoken word, positive rap music, R&B, gospel, dance groups, Tretch and Do It All came through into the set.
And I believe Master Ace, did he come through?
Master Ace came through, Rod Digger came through, Ella Sensei came through, Dredge and Jerobi came through, Evertan, enough respect. So, I mean, it was a beautiful day. 24 hours for real.
Of peace from beginning to end.
Yeah, no doubt.
And I mean, as I said, as I was saying before, you guys have come a long way from station identification. And I shout out to your partner. I know he's out in Cali now.
Big Tough. He's doing big things. Yeah.
And what I mean by this is that from Station ID to now, all the stuff that you've done, and you've seen the climax of hip-hop, how it's changed. Like I said, from 94, 95, you've been in the game professionally. But really, what made you decide to out of it all? Because I remember when I saw the episode, but you can actually give us the updated version as to why. What made you say, you know what, I love being a teacher, but I'm gonna now take it all in and go for the rap game, and you became successful at it. What made you decide to really do that?
Well, I never really did well with following orders and being on somebody else's schedule and having a regiment today. Even though I know the importance of having discipline and having a regiment, like I'm a free spirit, I'm an Aquarian, so it's like, you know what, I gotta do me at all times. And the artist thing kind of fits that mold. I'm definitely an artist. I'm a teacher, but I'm an artist, and I like to express myself through my work, my art. So that's kind of why, you know, I don't go back into teaching, though I'm involved with like youth programs and after school programs and using hip hop to, you know, identify different skill sets that young people have and try to mature them in this game we call hip hop, which is not the rap music business.
Yeah. And what is the difference? I want to get your perspective on what do you feel the difference is, because you'll have many artists give you their interpretation and their feeling of, well, this is hip hop, this is rap, or here's how it should be, here's not. And what's your perspective and what's your definition of hip hop?
All right, hip hop is not what we do. Hip hop is how we do it. Hip hop is expressed. It's not rapping. It's not dancing. It's not any one particular thing, but it's how you express those, like. It's that little extra thing we put on it to make it hip-hop. So when you see hip-hop, you know hip-hop, you recognize hip-hop. People know what hip-hop is, and people know what gangster is. Gangster is a different culture than hip-hop. Gangster, you know what I mean? Gangster is gangster. Now, you can be gangster in a hip-hop way. You can put hip-hop on it, but hip-hop in and of itself is not gangster. Gangster is gangster. You can be a school teacher and be hip-hop. You can be an artist and be hip-hop. You can be a director and be hip-hop. You can be an accountant and be hip-hop. It's just the way we do what we do.
Well said and very articulately put.
Mm-hmm.
But also too, how did you really? I know you were down with KRS-One.
Still down with
KRS-One, the teacher.
Yes.
And I remember you from his self-titled album, KRS-One, from that album, Free Mamiya.
Yeah.
And I mean, you've been, and through the game, through it all, how did you guys really hook up with KRS?
Well, me being a teacher, I had an after-school program that I started with some friends of mine. So that's the difference between, I guess, now and then. Well, I shouldn't say the difference. I'm sure that's going on. But when I was 19, 20, I just felt the need to give back to the community. So me and some friends of mine put the work in and started an after-school program called Act Now, African Children of Tomorrow Now. And the program was about exposing young folks to their African history, just Dr. Ben, John Henry Clark, Ivan Van Sertima, you know what I mean? Just all the great...
Christian Bernard, all the great people.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Just trying to give them a more well-rounded sense of their history. In doing so, this is when Chris had Human Education Against Lies. So we would take the students to see KRS speak at the different colleges. I think we may have come to Keene as well.
Wow.
But he got used to seeing my face. I was always vocal, had something to say, had some question or some critique. And he got used to seeing me. Saw me at Montclair State where I was a student at the time. And he saw me and he was like, "Yo, Hakim, I've been looking for you. I want you to open up my lectures." It's like, wow. So actually he asked me to come to the back after the program. And this is when he told me, he's like, "Yeah, I've been looking for you. I expected to see you at other colleges and didn't see you. Well, what's up? I'm doing these lectures. I want you to open up." So that's how the relationship got kicked off. And then about a year later, me and Tuffy was doing some music, put together a demo, got it to him, and all
history
and spark madism.
Yeah. But also with all of that, and I mean, how should I put it? When did you first fall in love with hip hop, though? Because I know you were talking about you did graffiti, breaking.
No, I didn't. I'm not a graffiti artist. Let me not front. I respect the craft and I big them up, no doubt. But I am not a graffiti artist. I used to pop lock. I started rapping though when I was like 9, 10. This is back in the 70s. Yeah, I go back like that. So like hip hop, we were doing hip hop before we were calling it hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So like I know nothing else culturally. Everything else to me is like me learning something else. Hip hop is just what we do. Again, you know what I mean? It's like we were doing it before we called it hip hop. So I was 3, 4 years old doing hip hop.
Oh wow.